Welcome back to my channel. I'm Athena. This is my channel, Stitching Artist Science. This channel about cross stitch and Harry Potter. Welcome. Thank you for everybody who has been here for a while, commenting, watching, doing all the things. If you are just finding me, settle in, grab yourself a drink. This is probably going to be a long one. It might actually get dark before I'm done. Who knows? We'll see. I missed last week. I've been on vacation, and then of course there's this huge long recovery that I'm always in denial about, but I always think I'll need a day. I'll need 3 or 4, really. I need to start recognizing that. But I am back into the swing of things. Plus, we have had all of the housework being done. Y'all, I've never had housework like this ever in my life, ever. And when I tell you my patience was being tested, woosah, it was a lot. So even on days that I maybe had time to record and could possibly record and had the spoons and all the things, people were here banging and making noise and in and out of the house and on the roof and all of the things. So anyways, it's finally a quiet day here and I can record. Because it's been so long, I have no clue. I have zero clue what I'm supposed to talk to you guys about, what all has gone on. I have a lot of things in front of me, but I'm sure I'm going to be missing things, and it is what it is. Plus, I mean, trust me, we have plenty of content. We'll be fine. Even with me forgetting the things. So, I feel like we should do stitching first, and, I mean, duh, we always do stitching first. But let me go back through the archives here so I can see what I actually have worked on. Oh, that's something I forgot. They're over there. Okay, while traveling, I took one whip with me, and I put in maybe like 10 stitches into it, if that. And because of the traveling, and the spoons and the getting ready for travels and all of the things, I didn't get to do Olympic stitching like I wanted to, at all. I did the first 2 or 3 days, maybe 2 days. But I started off with, well, what did I start off with? No, I did that new start, and I showed you guys that new start, and then I started doing the July stitches for pattern first. Let me find the patterns. Hold, please. I hear you, Nancy. I hear you. Wait, these are June and May. Ugh, I don't have the patterns. This is the Lizzie Kate. Sorry, Nancy. This is the Lizzie Kate. It's called A Bit of July. You know what? I have to have the patterns. Have to, because I have to show you what they look like before I change them. I will find the patterns. Hold, please. This one. Okay, here we go. Okay, got it. We are there. Lizzie Kate, A Bit of July. This is what it looks like as charted. Here is what I stitched. Complete color conversion. None of the called for colors, but all pretty much in the same vein of what is charted, just different colors. I went to my fancy floss wall and I pulled colors. The bluebirds were both stitched in that darker blue. I stitched one lighter, one darker. This is getting totally blown out. It's a really dark fabric, but I stitched one lighter, one darker. The ULY in July is completely not in the right place, which means the star I think is in the right place, but it way overlapped that Y, whereas in the pattern, it didn't overlap that Y. It's fine. It looks totally fine. And you would never know unless I told you. Now, in order to keep the color scheme the same, because that's what I have been doing with all of the months so far. If you've been following me so far, I have been stitching these 2 monthly series and I've been keeping the color scheme the same. And so far, it's been pretty easy to do. This time, completely different charts. Color palettes, all the things. Completely different things. So, for Heart and Hand, this is Monthly Mania July. I turned this sunflower into a firework. You guys! I love her. I love her. I love her. And yes, it's a her. It's a her firework. I love it so much. I put all of these white stitches here, which are the dots, the seeds of the sunflower. I put those all in the right spot. Then I came in with a red, and I kind of stuck to the right circle, but I wanted to like make it more explosion-y happening. So I kind of went off and, you know, did some extra. Then I came in with the white and I started stitching different stars, cross X's type things around in the circle. I literally just winged it. We've all stitched stars. We've all stitched diamond type things. So I just went with it. Then I came in with the light blue that is here. And I just did some random stitches. I just did random blue stitches, light blue stitches throughout. And then I came with the dark blue of this center and filled in everything else. And I did stitch it exactly as the outline is exactly the same as this. The red in the middle is the red of the ULY. The red on the outside is the J. That's the J. So yeah, I mean the brown and the green from the branch that the birds are sitting on didn't get pulled over here, but that's fine. I love it. And once again, these patterns are small. I mean, it's small, but mighty. There's so many stitches in there. So, I'm actually going to, hold on. Hold please, hold please, hold please. I need a screen grab. I need a screen grab. How do I do it? Hang on. I do it this way. There we go. I'll get a screen grab out of there somewhere. Because I've started doing screen grabs and putting them on the little front thingy, and I keep forgetting that I need to do that when I do that. To stay talking about that, May, these are the May ones. I already have this one completed and FFO'd. So if I was smart, I would take these colors and put them over here. I don't know. I still haven't really thought about it. I could easily make him a pink and yellow bird. Easy. And I may make him like yellow and have a pink wing, because that's the colors there. Yeah. Then we have June, and June is pretty different too, but I think my thought to go with this is to turn this into a blue. So use this light and this dark blue for the wings, and then the center, no, don't fall. Use the center, use like the brown from the boat down the center. Or maybe even, because that's like a third blue. Usually the J is one, or like the first letter is one color and then the rest of the word is another color. I might use that really dark blue as the center here. You could see those are specialty stitches. Most of these monthly manias have those specialty stitches in them. I don't think there were any in July. There were not. There are in May. There's some in the wing. I haven't been doing those. I've just been doing X's. I know those are simple stitches to do, but I've just been skipping it. I just have. So that's that. Okay. Then, what did I get out and work on next? I think after I was done with that, I was like, I don't know what to do. And then Lynn, was like, of Lynn X Stitches Creates, was like, have you done Whipco yet? No. So I got out, no, I think I'd actually, I think that I did this Halloween one first. I did the August portion of the Halloween Simple Gifts by Praiseworthy Stitches. This is the pattern. If you are stitching this, I've divided it into 12 parts. Pretty equal, about 1,000-ish stitches, and one for each month. I plan on having this done by the end of 2024. So, and here is where I am. It's coming along, and I have a bottom corner, so excited for that. But yeah, what I did, let me fold this up here. What I actually worked on is this orange motif here, all this flower motif here, and the little rat, mouse, whatever we want to call it, extended the border down, and that was about 1,000-ish stitches there. You know, this is a quick stitch. Even though it's like 1,000 stitches, I seem to stitch it rather quickly. I've had a lot of comments on the orange just super popping. The orange I'm using is Lobster Claw by Classic Colorworks. And then the purple that I'm using is a Trinway Silk. Is it actually called Harmony? Here's the Harmony, and then it has a number 51 down in the corner, so I don't know. But those are the two, and then 310 for everything else. But that's where it is, and I'm loving stitching on this. It's so much fun. Okay. Let me put all of this back in its bag so I don't lose all of the things. I already had lost the needle minders, but I have them now, so let me put them back in here. Nope. I'm gonna drop them. Hold please. Good Lord. Go on there. Okay. After that is when Lynn was like, did you do your Whipco? And I was like, no, I haven't. Good call. Let's do that. So I got out Athena. I think I did Athena first. And I don't have this pattern here. Sorry, Nancy. I do have it somewhere. I just don't know where it is. It's not in this bag. This is, I'll pop a picture in here. It is by Mirabilia, Athena, and what I have is this. And that's why I popped a picture in, because she's so gorgeous, right? But I did extend a lot of her dress off down this side. This is her dress, kind of her lounging on her chair, so that's where I'm at. I know this is super, super wrinkly. This is even weave, 32, 28, I'm not sure. But that's where I'm at. And then I got out the Supernatural Sound, which is by the Witchy Stitcher, and I don't have a picture of that one either. So here, if I'm gonna do the work, I might as well do the work, right? I'll pop a picture in. I am like barely into this one. This is PTP Murky. Can we first just for this fabric, because I love this fabric so much. Here is where I'm at. I had the Banshee started, completed off the Banshee. I think I had her border in. Completed the Banshee completely. Completely? Lovely. All the skulls off to the side over there. And I got my 500 stitches in. For my whip goals, my whip goal is 500 stitches on each piece in the month it's called. I did actually backtrack and manage to catch up. But did I backtrack? Yeah, it was this year that I got behind and stopped stitching. So backtracked on that. Okay. Another picture I gotta pop in here. These are all digital patterns, and I'm not normally a digital pattern stitcher, but these ones I am. I have to take it off the Q-snap because I am feverishly working on this as we speak. If you follow me on social media, you have seen that I have set the goal for myself to finish this in 1 week. By next Monday, I will have this finished. So, Grimm's Fairy Tales. Here's where I'm at. I'm so close to a finish. Here, let me move this needle minder. Okay. So close to a finish. I have, I think, 3 parts of the SAL left, because this was released as a SAL in 2020. So this is a 2020 whip. I started it in January and then just never did it. Never finished it. So I did, what I have done so far is Puss in Boots, and I have started something over here. I don't know. I kind of came over here and did letters and motifs and stuff like that, but I have Puss in Boots, and I actually know this story now. This is not a story that I ever knew. I knew about Puss in Boots from, I think, Shrek, right? And then he got his own movie, and I feel like that's what I know, but I don't really know, like, the actual story of Puss in Boots. And so I went diving into it, and when this was released as a SAL, they also released the story along with it. This was released in Grimm's Fairy Tales stories. The Brothers Grimm did release it in one of their books. However, it was written, or I should say the Brothers Grimm's version was too similar to the original story that was written back in the 1600s, a German story, I believe, and so they took it out of their books. So this is in Grimm's Fairy Tales, but it's not really. I guess they got called out for copywriting. Was copywriting a thing back then? They got called out for copying, basically. And so they took it out of their book. But it's in the SAL. The Tomcat is like, I don't know, he's trying to keep himself from getting killed by a farmer. And he does all kinds of crazy things. One of the things he does is he tricks the king into thinking that this Herr Graffin in the story, Mr. Graffin, was or is a rich man, so that then they could marry the princess. And to do so, he went around and he saw all these wheat fields. And he came to these wheat fields and he asked the people, like, whose field is this? And they all say it's the magician's. And he was like, well, when the king comes, you tell him it is Herr Graffin's and not the magician's. Otherwise, you will die a horrible death. Okay, so he keeps going along. He comes to all these fields. He tells all the people the same thing. He finally comes to the magician. And he, tricks the magician, long story short, into turning himself into a mouse. Him being a cat, caught the mouse, ate the mouse, killed the magician. And so then comes the king in his little chariot to all these wheat fields. And as he came along the fields, the people all said it was Herr Graffin's land, Herr Graffin's land. So the king assumes This Herr Grafen is very rich man, and then goes ahead and lets him marry the princess, and then he becomes the king, and Puss in Boots becomes the first minister. Something along those lines. So there's the story for you. Hashtag story time. The ears of the magician are kind of they're half stitched, so it's kind of like subtly suggesting him turning into a mouse. But yeah, that's what I got done. Oh, I love it. Sometimes reading those stories is hilarious. Also, sometimes reading those old stories is horrifying because it is horribly not PC friendly anymore. They don't age well. Let's put it that way. Okay, that is all the stitching that I have done. I do have some stitching haul. This is thanks to Connie from Count Twice Stitch Once. I have been catching up on all my floss tubes, and I'm horribly behind on all the floss tubes. And this, she showed this pattern. Based off of this picture and this pattern, as I'm looking at it, never would I ever pick this up and buy this and go, yeah, I'm gonna stitch it. I do think that she has made her color changes, so I might get with her on what her color changes have been, because her stitching that she recently just showed in a recent floss tube, so go watch Count Twice Stitch Once to see her stitching. It is so bright and vibrant, and it just pops, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to stitch this. Big old huge pumpkin head. Here is the pattern. It is Birds of a Feather. It is called what is it? Lost Spirits. And there she's Connie always starts from the bottom, so she notoriously has ankles done first. But she is up to pumpkin head at this point. So yeah, and hers looks so cute. So I went and got this, but based on this picture, and I definitely will like make changes to that floss and fabric selection and everything, because I don't feel like you could read these words very well. It does say, "Lost spirits, do not embody me on this night of All Hallows Eve 2001. So I can put it to be whatever here, but also she does give you a whole alphabet, and because there are initials down in the bottom, and a number, all the numbers, so you can put in your numbers. And that's not like a phrase. I feel like when you start getting into a lot of Halloween patterns, you hear the same, you see the same phrases on patterns a lot, and that's not one that I've seen before. So I went and got that from 123 Stitch, and 123 Stitch is so nice. They were just very nice to suggest some other patterns for me as well, since I added that one to cart. So suggested this one. This is by Sugar Stitches Cross Stitch Designs, Booville Happy Halloween, and that's just super cute. I do love me some spoopy Halloween. I do. Super cute. And I've not heard of Sugar Stitches before. They might be new. Well, this says 2020 on here, so maybe not that new. Erin Elizabeth Designs. I may have some of hers, but I don't think that I do. This might be the first one. And this is the Stitchy Witchy Smalls. Super cute. You can stitch those up individually all together. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. It's in my stash. Who knows when it'll be started. And the last one is Dirty Annie's. This was from last year. I don't know how I missed it because it is really cute. Look at them. They're so cute. I love those pumpkins. I love the quilt style of it. And the cat's just peeking out. Super cute. Super, super cute. And what? So cute. Original design by Annie Craft. Yeah, I don't know if that's her cat, but how cute. Okay. Oh, more Stitchy haul. I pre-ordered this months ago, and it came in the mail You guys, I'm absolutely in love. Let's see if we have time for a flip through. Yeah, we should have time for a flip through before the kid gets here. So we've got, this is Harry Potter, the official Hogwarts book of cross stitch. I will say some of these definitely look like they just loaded a picture into a pixelator design program and just ran it, and just, they don't look great. Like this one, those eyes, no. This one, I think from afar, maybe. Up close, it's just way too blurry, not really any definition to it. Don't super love it. But stick with me, we're gonna do a whole flip through. You can fast forward if you need to. I will say the beginning of this has some really good instructions on how to cross stitch and all the things. And I mean, I might bookmark some of these directions and come back and read them to you at a later date, because some of the directions in here are quite hilarious. I was cracking up. Okay, we've got a pattern for each house crest. What I like about this is that each one is finished differently. They stitched each one on a different kind of fabric, and those are interchangeable, right? You could stitch this on this fabric and finish it this way. You could stitch this on, I think this is a 14 count. This is a 14 count Ada. Then they just like whip stitched around it to give it this patch look. And then they even give you directions on how to like actually sew it onto a jacket or a shirt or something. So these are interchangeable. I like that you can have all of the house crests and finish them how you want to. I really like this necklace idea. And then we have, let's see, let me flip. Okay. We have platform 9 3/4, which it's the train. I'm not a super big fan of that one. I don't think I'll be stitching that one. Here's that blurry castle I was talking about. Don't super love it, but there we go. I do really like Hagrid's hut here. I think that one actually looks really good. So I do like that one. I don't really love this one. It's the Chamber of Secrets door. I think this would benefit from backstitching maybe or something, because those are supposed to be snakes and you really can't tell that they are. There's not, the details are lost. This one is actually really good. I mean, the eyes though, the eyes aren't great, but super cute. Obviously that's Umbridge's cat plate situation. Time Turner's not terrible. I wouldn't mind if there was like some back stitching to be the chain of the necklace. I don't know that I will stitch that one. This one I probably will stitch this one. I love her. She's actually really good. Really, really good. And the pattern looks not terrible. It's not really heavy confetti. Y'all, look at the eyes. I can't get past the eyes. No thank you. No gracias. This one is really good and I probably will stitch him. Really love that. I don't love it in this round frame. It needs to be like more to size, I guess, but I do like it. And she's really good. I might stitch her. I do have a Luna Lovegood shelf, so I might stitch her and put her on there. I don't know what's with the one dark stitch there on her mouth, but I could easily change that one stitch. Here's a Mandrake that doesn't super look like a mandrake because the details get lost. Again, it would benefit from some back stitching, maybe. I don't think I'll stitch that one. I will not stitch this one either. It looks like a blob. I haven't really counted how many I will stitch to see if this book was worth it. Dobby is good. I don't know about the sock behind him. His mouth is weird. He's got a bright big white smile. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll stitch that one. Fox looks a little bit too simplistic for my tastes. And then we've got some paper craft type ones. Wait. Oh, they don't actually show. Okay. So I'll have to show you this page because they don't actually have pictures. This is the only, they don't have individual pictures, just to say. So there's bookmarks. These are stitched on paper. Snape, Dumbledore, McGonagall, and Hagrid. And they're like, what is that, 20 by 70? Quick little stitches. And then, sorry, flip through those patterns. We have a Dueling Club. It's from this, well, does it show it? Yeah, it's the table. That's what is printed on like the table when they get up there and fight Harry and Draco when they duel. And then we have this guy, which you don't get a good picture of it here, but I think I might actually stitch this. So this is the top, and they've got that same kind of like a whip stitch situation, but the pattern, you can see where they've stitched it together here. The pattern, which, let me just kind of show you from afar, has that cut in it, right? So that you can bring those two together and make it come up to a point like the boxes do. So I'm going to show you this picture here. Maybe. So you can see you can actually make like a box. So it has the pattern for the sides as well, and it suggests that you stitch that, I think. Is that fabric? Hold please. Hold please. 14 count perforated plastic. You only need one 8 by 11 sheet. And the stitch count for the top is 47 by 46. Each side is 28 by 8. So yeah, I think I might actually stitch that. And then to like only whip stitch together like one side so you can actually like pick it up, right? Like stitch this side to the sides so that you can actually pick it up and maybe like put a fake frog in there. Super cute. I think that I will stitch that. I may actually stitch this one too. This will be a lot of stitches though. But again, this is plastic canvas. Yes, plastic canvas, and it gives you a pattern for all four sides. All four sides are different. Each side is 34 by 73. And I mean, you have this little bit, but it's full coverage. It is full coverage. And again, it gives you four sides, so you have four different faces, basically. Do the candy... Yeah, the candy pretty much stays the same. It's the faces that change. And that is it. So I didn't actually count how many of those I would do. I will say $25 is what's listed on here. I don't know if it's cheaper than that on Amazon, but it's a new release, so I don't know. $25. And I mean, there's definitely some that I'm going to stitch. So I would say it was probably worth it. Plus, I have to have it for my collection. I have to. So that is all of my stitching haul. I'm gonna have to take a break because the kid is coming home and snacks and all the things. Because school has officially started, y'all. And it's his senior year. Oh my God, class of 2025. And my baby will be graduated. And I would like to say that means I'm done, but they're all still here, so probably not. But I'm done with school. At the very least, I'm done with school. So let's do tiny decisions, and then tiny decisions. I'm looking at my tiny decisions wheel. Let's draw for the floss. Let's spin the wheel for the floss to see who won the floss. And then I will have to take a break, come back, and we can talk about the rest of the things in front of me. So the floss for the month of August. This is my monthly floss pack. I curate the colors. Stacy from Focus Thread the Needle Stitchery shops for all the colors and has them available for sale for y'all. You can subscribe through her website, and you can be on an auto invoice type of a thing. She sends you an invoice every month, and you pay the invoice, and she gets it in the mail to you, and she's super fast on her shipping. Also, when you subscribe, you automatically get 10% off for using my code. If you just would like to buy one pack, maybe just this pack screams to you and you want this one pack, you can go to her website and shop the website, use the code GODDESS10, GODDESS10, get 10% off your order, not just for this, for everything in the store. Market the online market thingy? I think that's this weekend. And she has been putting up all kinds of videos showing you all the new stuff coming. Go check out her Instagram, her Flosstube. They all have the videos. On Flosstube, you can maybe even like speed it up, get through it kind of a little bit faster. You could swipe through and see all of the things coming. And she's got a way for you to pre-order. I don't know if pre-orders is still open. But yeah, she'll be shopping this weekend. I think it's this weekend. God, I'm bad at this. The colors for the month of August is inspired by Molly Weasley. Here are the colors. I used her sweaters, her hand-knitted sweaters, as inspiration for colorways. For colors, we have the Gentle Art Azuki. Sure. These are all Gentle Art, actually. The Gentle Art Amethyst, the Gentle Art Autumn Leaves, the Gentle Art Creek Bed, and the Gentle Art Old Purple Paint. Which, Old Purple Paint, I'm forewarning you, that is this one. Notorious. Old Purple Paint and Old Red Paint are notorious for different dye lots will look different. So, there's a colorway. You could be entered to win one by commenting on the last video, the word Molly. Here's everybody who entered. Let's spin the wheel and see who we have. A Prater. I swear you have won things before, and I should know your name. My brain does not retain the things. Message me. I will also comment on your comment if Flosstube lets me. Flosstube has been blocking my comments lately. I don't know. Anyways, message me on Instagram at AthenaXStitches or at Stitching Goddess Designs. Get me your address. If I don't already have it, I will check. And then I will get it to Stacy. Stacy will get it in the mail to you. Also, my apologies to last month. The winner of last month, that was totally my fault. Totally my fault. I did get the information to Stacy. It should have gotten into the mail. But that was on me, not Stacy. That was me. Okay. We still have a little bit of time, so let's start reading comments. If the bus pulls up, I'll see and I can end. So let's go into comments. This week's Would You Rather was from, I think it was from this one, because it was play a game one-on-one with your favorite athlete or sing a duet with your favorite singer. And that was out of this book. So, comments. Here we go. Stitch and Frog, would you rather, would definitely be singing a duet with Elvis. Oh my god, my husband would die. I mean, I feel like there's quite a few he would want to sing with. I didn't even think about alive or dead. But yeah, Elvis, Prince. But yeah, my husband is a huge Elvis fan. Is January 6th or 7th? Because I can never remember, but it's January 6th or 7th. It's right around there. Elvis's birthday, and he takes that day off. He doesn't work on Elvis's birthday. Okay, would you rather? Would definitely be singing with a duet. Elvis is my all-time favorite man, singer, person, human being in the world. Yes. Janet with Janet Jabber. Hi, I'm Janet with Janet Jabber. No. See, I don't know. Janet with Janet Jabber. Yeah, okay. I'm rambling. Stop me. Okay. Janet's probably watching this go, oh my god, stop it. The Molly colors are on point. I agree, I connect with her more now. Yes. Also, I'm going to say I would sing with my new infatuation, which she's insisting that she's just like a baby Swiftie. She's not quite a full-fledged, no, she's full-fledged. She's a full-fledged Swiftie, y'all. Don't let her lie to you. X-Stitch Dogs and Tea, Heidi. I used to be an athlete, so I'll go with playing one-on-one with Jimmy Medranda? Medranda. Yeah, soccer player. He's not famous, but he works hard, and when he moved to the U.S., he talked about how much he missed his mom. Oh, I love that. Okay, Tracy Daly. Would you rather would be able to meet Rosie Greer? I'm not going to lie. I had to Google this because she said LA Rams. Okay. Well, first of all, they were the LA Rams, and then they were the St. Louis Rams, and then they went back to LA? I believe. Anyways, I had to Google this. Rosie Greer. BT Dubs. Tracy. He's 92 years old now. But yes, he was when he played 6'5", 300-pound, huge man. And he does needlepoint. I freaking love that. So what Tracy said is that he does needlepoint and we do cross stitch. And so she would actually like to meet him to do needlework, not actually play football. I love that. Audrey Fleming. Would you rather? I am one of those people who think they can sing in the shower or when nobody is listening. That's totally me. I can't sing for nothing. I'm a 60s baby, so my era is the glam rock 70s. Like T-Rex, Slade, and yes, I know you probably have no idea who I'm talking about. You're a baby compared to me. Honey, yes. I was born in the 80s. However, my husband was born in the 60s. So, and he listens to like 40s, okay? My music knowledge is far and wide. So yes. I will have to admit that T-Rex didn't ring a bell to me, but then I went and like Googled what's their like most famous song or whatever, or their biggest hit. And yes, I totally knew that song. I don't know a lot of song names or even band names for that matter. Just when the song starts playing, I'm like, yeah, I know that song. And Slade, yes, I know Slade. Anyways, I got lost. Singing a duet would be my choice. Oh, and she said that her first dog was named Molly. Love that. Whitney. Molly is goals for parenting. Yes. Okay. Whitney, you need to message me. Like, you need to actually, like, do you have Instagram? Do you have email? I don't know. Actually message me because she says, I bought 5 of those Make It Mini potions online, got 2 duplicates. Found a guide online that shows a pinhole in places in the packaging to tell you which is which, but that's not really useful if you can't find them in the store. I don't see how that's possible. I don't know that there's a pinhole. Even if you could see a pinhole, I don't see that, because everything is wrapped in paper. I don't know. But you need to message me with duplicates, because I have one duplicate, but that one's already been claimed, but like I'm going to be getting more. So I will have duplicates. You'll have duplicates. We can exchange. And yeah, the bus is pulling up, so I'm going to end it here, and I will be back in like the blink of an eye for you. It'll be a bit for me. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. And I have the fan on, so it's probably going to make a stupid noise for a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, Audra, if you're still listening, a prater, while I was driving, which I shouldn't be on my phone, but whatever, that's a whole other topic. While I was driving, I was like, I know that handle, that username. And yes, I got you. I got your address. I have sent you something before. I've already sent it to Stacy, so you may have like a little email saying that something is on the way, and you're like probably going, what did I order? I don't remember ordering anything. Now you know. Anyways, let's keep going with the comments. Let's see. I left off with Count Twice, Stitch Once. Full disclosure. Lynn said we should hide stuff at Athena's house, but we didn't have anything to hide. So Erica and Connie went to Walmart and found googly eye finger puppets, and Erica thought they would be just the thing. Erica, Kevin, Lynn, Tara, Eunice, and Connie, 6 of y'all, had 48 of them around. I think some of them may take a while to find. I have found 36 googly eyes, I think. We're up to 36. Maybe 37. Somewhere around there. These last ones are going to take a minute. Because I have looked everywhere. I have scoured. And I just found one last night. I was standing there. I put some food in the microwave, and I'm sitting there chilling, waiting for my food in the microwave, as you do. And I just happened to look over, and on my spice shelf was googly eyes. So I don't know how it didn't get noticed, but I mean, it is kind of back in the corner. So anyways, I still need to find the rest of them. I don't know where they are. Every once in a while I'll get the urge and I'll start like looking around. I did dump out all of my whips because I thought maybe somebody hid something in a whip bag. Nothing was hidden, but I made a mess. Okay. Comments. Jordan. Jordan says, Jordan, did you change your last name? That might be too personal to answer here. Message me, because like, what? I'm confused. Let's see. I would totally sing a duet with my favorite singer. Now, picking the artist is going to be hard because I like a lot of musicians. I would probably pick Billy Joel, though. Love his music, and he's a great performer. Yes. It's Liz Brancastacino, something like that. Stitched by Liz. Okay. I have 0 sports ball ability. I'd break something. Yes. I feel that in my soul. I would sing a duet with my favorite singer. I don't really have a favorite, but I feel like singing with Adele would be amazing. Oh my God, could you even imagine? Yeah, that would be amazing. Or Hayley Williams from Paramore. I do like Paramore. She did sing White Christmas with an Aussie singer at the Carols by Candlelight sound check one year. And I did provide vocals for an actor in my senior musical because she couldn't sing to save her life. So she lip-synced while I sung behind the scenes. That's pretty cool. So you actually have singing abilities, unlike the rest of us. PD Stitcher, Tamara. Let's see. Can I choose my daughter as my favorite athlete? Of course. Since she runs track and cross country in college. I haven't read the rest of this, but are you sure you want? Are you a runner as well? If so, I would definitely play a game, 1v1 with her. As long as I could choose the game and it's not a race situation, because I would literally die since she's a long distance runner. And I might only be able to last about 10 feet. 10 feet? That's pretty good. I don't know that I would last 10 feet. I mean, I feel like my brain would send the signal to my legs that we're gonna run, and my legs would just be like, done. No, we give up. We don't receive such signals. No. Oh, Sarah, the redneck bifocal stitcher. I was a swimmer in my better days, but I don't think that I'd like to swim with anyone. Way too intimidating. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I would have a hard time choosing between Katie Ledecky and Michael Phelps, but can you imagine swimming with them? Could you imagine getting in the pool and trying to swim a length? Just one length. And like, you look up and they're at the other end, like sitting there reading a book while you just started. Oh my God, that's what would be me. That would be me. Okay. However, I would absolutely go on stage and sing a duet with one of my favorites, Rage Against the Machine and 9 Inch Nails. Yes! 9 Inch Nails. Aren't really duetable. I beg to differ. You could duet that. How could you? What do you mean? You could sing with him. So I'll go with my internet husband, Harry Connick Jr. That's a total... Okay. Yeah, that's a total genre flip there, but okay. Helen. And then I'm gonna go with Helen. Can I play a game with my favorite singer? I'm not good at sports or singing, so I choose a card game with Ed Sheeran. Oh my God. That would be so fun. Just have a hangout and like, let's play cards. Ed Sheeran seems like so chill and like down to earth and just like, eh. He would probably, like, if somebody just wrote him, like, can I play a game of cards with you? He'd probably be like, yeah, come on over. He's so chill. Jeremy, would you rather? I'm ambivalent to hostile towards most sports. I had to read that a couple of times because I was like, wait, what? But he ranges from ambivalent to hostile against most sports. That cracked me up. So I would have to go with singing a song with my favorite singer. I am by no means a good singer, and I couldn't really say I have a favorite singer, but I definitely wouldn't say no to belting out a show tune with a singer from one of my favorite musicals. If I'd had to choose, I'd narrow it down to something from Wicked with Kristen Chenoweth, or something from Hamilton with Lin-Manuel Miranda. I feel like those are Beth vibes. Lynn too, though. Why Lynn didn't comment on here? Lynn's a good singer, but Beth likes musicals as well, and loves to sing too. Michelle D. I'm awful at sports and singing, so not sure what to pick. Can I sit down and cross stitch with my favorite singer? That would be fun. I would rather meet my favorite singer than an athlete, but I will leave the professionalism to them. Okay, but what singer? You didn't say what singer. And yeah, that would be fun. I mean, we would probably have to teach them. I mean, we'd have to find a singer that knows how to cross stitch. Sonia Tompkins, is your nail polish Mooncat's Queen of the Dead? I've been thinking about getting that. First of all, I have no clue. Would I have nail polish on this last time? If I did, it was those red ones, and they were already like pre-painted, like $5 nails. I bought it at Walmart probably. So no, I am not that fancy when it comes to like makeup, nail care stuffs. Like, I have branded makeup stuff only because I subscribe to Ipsy, and I get like all the little sample thingies. And when I start running, I'll turn off Ipsy every once in a while because I have too much stuff, right? And like the last time I had it turned off, I had to turn it back on because I ran out of mascara. And I would rather turn Ipsy back on than go to the beauty store and try to pick out and buy mascara. Yeah. So I have no clue what you're talking about. But I would love to see this nail polish. I do have friends that are super into nails and nail polish and all the things. So I would love to see it. Send me a message. Okay. And then she said, my family is from Maine. I'd be interested to hear where you go. Get lobster rolls. Always lobster rolls. Oh, honey. We got lobster rolls. We'll get into Maine. Britches get stitches. Would you rather? I would rather sing a duet with my favorite singer. Don't get me to try to sport. It's not a pretty. Singing, though, I can wing it. Kelly Clarkson is my fave singer, by the way. I feel like she'd totally outshine me, but at least she'd be nice. Oh, she would so be nice about it. I mean, if she is anything like she is on her show, she is so humble and down to, like, she's just very, very chill. I approve of the Kelly Clarkson choice. That would be a good choice. M80 Watson, I'm glad to know your name is May. Or would you prefer Mary? I'm going to go with May, though, because of this comment. I'm going to go with May. Would you rather? Oh, I wish I could sing, but I haven't a note in my head. I'm pretty good at poetry, though. So maybe I could take a stab at scriptwriter. The plot, I would have to be a fiendish detective on the hunt for a stolen cross stitch. That would be fun. Amanda, I don't know what words I said, and I'm probably, based on the comments, don't want to repeat them, but I had to screenshot this whole little transaction because did you guys want to get kicked out of my house? My husband, the audacity, the scream he would have scrumped if y'all walked in the house wearing a Kraken shirt and a Chief shirt. Oh, the audacity. He would have been burned on both ends of the sports ball arenas. Like, he would not have allowed you to stay, let alone eat any of the food. No, he probably would have, but it would have been a lot of hazing. So let me read the comment and catch you guys up. She said, I never expected to hear those words leave your mouth, and I love it. I don't know what I said. Did I say something about? I don't know. Almost wore a TSKC merch to your house. If you know what TSKC is, you know. But I figured I better be respectful. If you had came in here wearing some Chief stuff, girl. Then Davi commented, Davi, my heart, said I was going to wear a Kraken shirt. And then Connie had to pile on with that would have been awesome. Listen, we would have had some laughs. I guarantee you that. And then Amanda also said, I love TS, but no one wants to hear me sing. LOL, I'll lip sync. The quilt junkie, Jenny, said, I would like to play a game with my favorite athlete. I'll see myself out. So I'm guessing that's sarcasm. So, and I think that was last. Yes, we're done. We're done with comments. Great commenting this week, y'all. Great. Or I should say it's 2 weeks. It's been a long time since I last recorded. So let's pick out a new one from this one. Let's see. This one is hard because let's see. I feel like we're gonna just go with an easy one this time. Wear lots of yellow or wear snake jewelry. Like, okay, here's the book. If that's not just obvious. wear lots of yellow, or wear snake jewelry. Are you Hufflepuff or Slytherin? I mean, I guess you could wear yellow if you're Gryffindor too, because of the gold. But the snake jewelry is spot on. And I get to show you guys some of my purchases today. There's some snakes. Just saying. Okay. That's Would You Rather. That section is done. I am going to pop some videos in here in just a minute. Because I took a trip to Michael's today. This is Lynn's fault. And she messaged me about a cauldron that I'm going to show you. And so I had to go to Michael's, and then I died. My soul is still back at Michael's, where I left it, because it's longing for all of the things. So I'm going to pop these videos in here. You guys, I literally wanted one of everything. Okay, this group of 3 ladies walked in while I'm sitting there pacing this aisle. I'm literally just pacing up and down this aisle. This 3 ladies walked in, and they were like, they turned the corner, and they were like, saw the white side of the aisle, right? With all the white decor, and they were kind of like, where's like the, and then one of the ladies was like over there, and they looked over and they're like, oh yeah, and they were like, that's, and then they like beeline to the other side of the aisle where all of the darker black decor was. And I just thought that was hilarious. That just made me chuckle. But I mean, I feel like my heart is in the dark side of Halloween decor stuff, but I didn't know I needed all of that white decor. And I should have brought over here, I have I guess he is a lot smaller. I have a small skull over there that's black with the snake wrapped around it and coming out of its eyes and things. But I got a relative. I got him a relative. So without further ado, let me show you the things that actually made it home with me. A lot of things went into the cart. Things came back out, and I'm like, everything is 30% off right now as I speak. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to pray that some of the stuff is still there when it goes down to 50%. Because I don't have the money for Halloween. Listen, I literally told a lady while I was walking in there, I'm going to need some underwear online because I want all these things. Okay, here's the cauldron. The culprit. Here's the cauldron. It's absolutely amazing. It's just, a wood backing. It is $45 and then 30% off of that. I think it was like 30 something dollars. It's gonna hold perfect little Funko Pops. I'm pretty sure that's what it's gonna hold. I'm pretty sure that's what it's gonna hold. Because now I'm looking at the potions in front of me and I'm wondering if the potions don't need to be in this instead of how I have them displayed. They may have to be in this. Crap, I may have to think about that. Okay, because I have the Make It Mini potions. They might have to be in here. We're gonna see. Okay, there's the cauldron. Other things that made it home with me. I got this, where's the door? Lantern, and it's got bats on it. Some of the decor items in there were a little bit too personal still. This is okay. This is okay. It's freaking bats. That's just to keep the glass from like falling all over the place. So there's nothing in there. It's empty. However, I did get purchased separately. This guy. Can you even? It's a snake. Like, I'm sorry, the painting isn't wonderful, but also, I mean, what are we talking? 25-30% off of that, you know, not super expensive. And I'm not expecting it to be high quality like some other things over there. Anyways, I got him. He's gonna fit, and it's a LED light, but he's gonna fit in there, and then I can turn him on. Love that. Love that for me. Okay. Skeleton. Because you know one of those skeletons was coming down with me. I mean, I die. I really like the glitter one too. The one that had like the glitter in its eye. Oh, I really like that one. But she's what came home with me. I couldn't say no to this lovely, wonderful white snake. I should have said trigger warning, but I mean, y'all know me by now. Beautiful pink rose. Of course, you know, she's getting blown out like crazy, but she's not like solid white. She's got some darker staining details. The skull does as well. It's getting totally blown out. I love her. I love her. I love her. Okay. Put her there. And then the rest, yeah, the rest is all small things. So these I got, they're embellishment packs. They're just embellishments. They literally just say embellishments. They're not pins. They're not stickers of any kind. They're just embellishments. I could see me like sticking these on the side of a frame of something that's already been stitched, right? And just adding some embellishment to the stitching. These I got because now we're a plant family, you guys. We actually have plants in this house. For the first time in like ever, we have 3 plants. 4? 3. 3 plants. So I got him. I'm gonna put him in one of the plants. These are for my inside plants. I got him. Hedwig. I'm gonna put a little Hedwig in one of these plants. I got potions, beware, which is only, put them in there. And yeah. So I'm thinking these 2 are gonna go in one of my plants, and these 2 are gonna go in a different plant. So really the big purchases was the lantern, the skull, and the cauldron. Going to be good and wait for some other things. That's what I got at Michael's. That was a fun little shopping trip. The Make It Mini potions, since I mentioned those, here, I've got them kind of, I put resin underneath them, so they're kind of stuck. If I give a good tug on them, they'll come up, so they can possibly go in here. The table I don't think would fit, but the potions itself might. I might just not have the table. Here's the one potion. Armadillo Bio, possibly, is this one? Possibly. I can't 100% remember now off the top of my head. And I've got this, oh my gosh, this super pretty shimmery purple one. There are some little black like stick thingies in there, but it's kind of weird because once you, like, if you were to put them in there and like mix them in, you don't see them. This is too dark. You're not going to see them. It had a little thing to keep your little potion bottles in. I, purposely spilled some potion there, and I even have one of those little black things sticking up. So I purposely did not like stick these down to the table because I wanted to be able to pick them up and look at them. So those are the two I've made. I still have 2 more to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because I have 5 total. I showed the other one. So yeah, I still have 2 more to make. I'm taking my time with those. They are not that easy to do. They're very teeny tiny, and when I'm working with the teeny tiny things, I notice my tremor a whole lot more. It's not so bad with the cross stitching. I feel like maybe because I dragged my needle, I do a lot of dragging my needle across the fabric to get to the hole. And that might be, I don't know that I've always done that, but I definitely do that now. And that might be to accommodate for the little bit of a shake that I have. When you're dealing with the resin and you're trying to gently pour and do the things and you're all over the place, it's also making me concerned for finishing up some of those book nook kits. Like, maybe I need to get on the ball before the tremor gets worse. Okay, let's talk Maine. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, we're good. My husband and I took a trip to Maine. I think that's our only trip this year. We're going to take a road trip to New Mexico. We're literally driving 12 hours there and 12 hours back. I may die. But that's not really, that's just us sitting in a car for 24 hours and trying not to kill each other. Maine was an actual vacation, do all the things, see all the things. We flew into Manchester late. I don't even remember what day of the week this was now, but I knew on day 1 we flew into Manchester really late at night. Even more late than anticipated because of delays. One of the bags didn't make it, of course. So we had to go back and get it in the morning. But luckily, because we were landing so late, we decided to just stay at a hotel there in Manchester for the night before driving up to Maine. So thankfully we were intended on staying there. So we went back, got the bag in the morning, then drove up to Maine. We were staying in Waterville, Maine, kind of inland, and Bangor was north of us, and I'm trying to remember now because we did Bangor. I think Augusta was south of us because we did Augusta the second day, I think. So in driving up to Waterville, we drove avoiding tolls, so we kind of drove like back roads ways. We drove through some cute towns and like stopped on a couple of like main roads that had cute looking shops and walked up and down. We stopped in Portland. I think we actually destinated to Portland to get lunch, I think. And that was our first lobster roll was in Portland. I can't remember the name of the place. I'll be popping pictures in here as I'm talking, I'm sure. And then got up to Waterville, and it was like a 4-hour drive, I think, up there. So by the time we got up there, it was pretty much dead. And we left later in the day because we waited for the bags, because the bags didn't get there till almost noon, or the bag. Next day, I know for a fact we went up to Bangor and we did Stephen King stuff. No, we did the LNS first. Oh, LNS. I don't have the things I bought at the LNS. Where are the things I bought? Huh, they might still be in my luggage. I don't think that I unpacked my suitcase. I'll show that on next week's haul. We stopped at the LNS called the Crafty Grimalkin, and I did a video walkthrough of that. I'll tack that on the end. So you can see the Crafty Grimalkin. I did buy a few things. I will show you those next week. Because I honestly don't know where they are. If I knew where they were, and I could just go grab them, I would, but I don't know. Anyways, we did the Crafty Grimalkin, and she was owner-operator. So very nice. And my husband is more of a talker than me, so he was talking up a storm to her, and then he was like, tell her about your Flosstube. And she was like, oh, do you have a Flosstube? I was like, yes. I don't like to tell people that. I don't know why. Anyways, she was very nice. And a lovely store. I like the layout of it. She had so many crafts and, not crafts, so much cross stitch, so much like openness. It wasn't very cramped feeling. She had a huge spot for like stitching meetups in the back. Missy from Two Needles Pulling Thread is the one I was messaging her that we were in Maine, and she was telling me where to go. So she told me to go there. Thank you for that. Also in Bangor, we did Stephen King. Of course we did Stephen King. We went up there with zero plan. And while we were there, I was like, oh, Stephen King's house. Now, mind you, if I had not remembered that and came back home, I would be crying right now. But luckily I did. Went and saw the house. It's formerly the Stephen King house, but I think it will always be the Stephen King house. They don't actually live there anymore. That was amazing. Went and saw the standpipe. Not what I pictured the standpipe to be. That thing was massive. Huge. Normally open to the public, so the public can like walk up there and like see a good layout, but it was under renovations or remodeling or whatever, refreshings, and we couldn't go in there. Then we went to a cemetery in Bangor that's like the second oldest garden cemetery in the United States, and it was beautiful. Let me tell you that. It was very beautiful. I absolutely love walking around cemeteries. Particularly old cemeteries. It just is so peaceful and so, I don't know, it just feels very soothing to my soul to walk around a cemetery. Like my husband was like talking to me at one point and he was like, blah, 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 blah. I mean, his hearing is going, so he's just loud now. But like, I was like, shh, 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 shush. Inside voices. The dead are sleeping. Be respectful. They don't want to hear this. But I probably wasted 97% of my spoons in that cemetery because there was a huge hill and there were gravestones all the way up. There were people buried up on this hill, and just the way the gravestones were just laid out, it was just very haphazard, and I mean, some order, but some haphazard, and I don't know. It was an amazing cemetery, and I walked way too much of it. And I know that my husband knew that I wanted to see more of this cemetery, but physically couldn't. I don't know if cars were supposed to drive where we drove. We fit. I mean, we stayed on the paths. I feel like they were walking paths, not driving paths. But he insisted because he knew I wanted to see more, and so he drove me around some of the cemetery so I could see more of it. And then the next day, after Bangor, we went down to Bar Harbor, and that was a tourist nightmare. we tried, and miserably failed, but we drove through it. At 0 miles an hour, we drove through it. It would have been nice to get out and probably walk around, but literally no parking, and also so many people. Like worse than Universal in some, like maybe Universal in the summer, but worse than Universal when I'm there. Like there were so many people. Then we did a lighthouse. I don't remember which lighthouse, but I'm sure I'm putting pictures. What else did, and I know that we had a lobster roll somewhere that day. I don't remember where. Oh, that was the one that was kind of just like you pull off on the side of the road, and it was like a little, it was all outdoor seating. Kind of, it was like, there was a permanent, like good sized building there, and they had a bar and everything, and we sat at the bar. But it was all outside, and that was really good. It was a really good lobster roll. The first day was a really good lobster roll. I didn't eat a bad one, for sure. All of them were overflowing with lobster, so it was good. Also, that first day we had chowder that was really good too. Second day, we drove down to Augusta, and we toured the state capitol building. This is the first state capitol that I have toured that has been the original building. That building was built 1860s, I believe. Someone is shouting at me. No, I want to say it was built between 1829 and 1832. That's what my brain is telling me right now. And it was a smaller portion, right? Like as we're doing the tour, she's like, the building that we are standing in right now is the original building that was built. They eventually added on 2 sides to extend it out, and then they added on like a west wing, as they called it, so it kind of almost looks like a T. The original building did have a dome on it, but that was torn down and made to look more dome-ish. It was a dome, but more dome-ish to resemble resemble the not the White House, but the United States Capitol. What else do I know about this building? She did say that the lady up on top is she iron? I think she's iron. But she is she has gold leafing, gold, whatever, around her. She is gold. She has a gold layer on the outside. And she is the most elaborate thing that you will see, or fanciest thing that you will see, because in the state capitol, because they like their state capitol to be, they like it to be more plain and more not very fancy. Not a whole lot of money went into the state capitol building because they are spending their money on more important things. As she said it. What my husband said was they were cheap. Listen, those are my husband's words, not mine. But also they were undergoing some renovations and some repairs. So a lot of the paintings and things were covered and or removed while the stuff was happening. The inside of the dome was pretty, but again, like she said, it was just nothing over the top fancy or ornate about a lot of the building. There was black limestone that they thought was black marble laid into the floor, and even has when they sliced it, it had fossils in it. I took some pictures of the fossils, and after a tour at one such time, somebody said that can't be what they said it was, and there was arguing happening, and then scientists got involved, and a tile was removed, and testing was done, and it is found to have been limestone, not marble. Limestone shouldn't last as long as it has, though. But they also said, well, it's lasted us this long and people have been walking on it, so we're just going to put it back and leave it. So they did. Yeah, I think that's about it that I know about the Capitol, or can remember at this point. After the Capitol, we went down into Acadia, and we went to the visitor center, and we did some of that in there, and then we went down to the first lighthouse was the Bass Head Lighthouse. The one we went to in Acadia was the Pemaquid, or I flipped them. Don't sue me if I did. Pemaquid Point, something like that. I did like the second one better. The first one was harder to view. There was a lot. There was rocky shores and not easily accessible. The second one that we went to on the second day was like up on a field where you could just pull in and park, and there's the house. Also, we were able to go inside the house, and there was like a museum in there of stuff, and so that was really cool. And then right next to that was a shop of things, so we bought like souvenir shirts for the boys and stuff like that. And then as we were leaving from there, when we were coming in, I saw a artist's co-op store, and I was like, I'm stopping there when we turn around. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm stopping there. And so I made him stop, and I got a few things, and here's the place. The Pemaquid, I was right, Pemaquid Craft Co-op. Cute little building. You go upstairs. I mean, it's not little at all. It's huge. The main floor had lots of booths where artists had stuff on display. Upstairs had more artists. Here's all the information you could possibly want. You can screenshot, whatever. They do have a website and phone number and all the things. So I got myself from Maine. It says Maine Sea Glass. I don't remember which artist this was exactly from, but I got myself some sea glass on this cute little canvas. And there's a magnet there, so put that on my fridge. And I got, I know this screams of Brian from Stacy Stitchery's Woodworks, but sorry, Brian. I did buy somebody else's woodworkings, but Butler Woodworking, and it's supposed to be a cutting board. I'll put a little cross stitch on there, and it's got that purple wood in it that is similar to my floss binder from Brian. So I liked that, so I got that. And then this is from Studio 207 is the artist, and I got a little trinket dish. Pottery. And she had some really cool looking monsters. It was monster, but with an AH at the end, because Maine. They were mugs that were horrible. They had faces on them, and they were supposed to be like monsters, but they were horrible disfigurations. And they were really cute and everything, but they were a little bit on the pricey side. Plus, they were rather large, and I was worried about taking it home on the plane and all the things. So I got a small thing. But Studio 207, she does have a Flosstube. I'm not Flosstube. Facebook, where she sells some stuff too. So super cute. So I brought those things with me, but I forgot my LNS stuff, so that's fun. And then I think that was it for that day. Oh, no. We went to Red's Eats, which is was it in Augusta? No. I don't remember exactly where it was, but I know it was like as we were leaving that Pemaquid Point, when we were coming back onto like the mainland. I know we crossed over a bridge, and right after we got over the bridge, boom, it was right there. Red's Eats, famous lobster rolls. Famous. So famous that I stood in line for almost 2 hours. Famous. You guys. I've not even stood in line for 2 hours at Universal for anything ever. If it's going to be 2 hours, I ain't standing in it. Not doing it. And I did it for this lobster roll. Highly recommended to me by Connie from Couch High Stish Once. And yes, it was absolutely amazing. I think the butter is what made it the absolute most. The lobster was really good, and there was a ton of it. There was like a whole lobster tail on top of the lobster roll, plus more lobster in there, and claws, all the meat in there. And the butter was amazing, and we got, what do you call them? Sea scallops, which were good, but I was too full from the lobster roll to actually enjoy them. And I think I got fries, and we got blueberry cake, and we just got all the things because we had been standing in line for 2 hours and we were starving. But unfortunately, it was one of those situations where I was so hungry that I took 3 bites and I was full. So I made myself eat that whole lobster roll. But by the time we were done with eating that night, I was like, I'm good on seafood for a while. Like, I'm good. And my husband totally agreed. He's like, yeah, I agree. So the next day we drove back down into, to go to New Hampshire, to stay in New Hampshire again at the same airport in Manchester, because we were flying out of Manchester again. But at that point, we were an hour away, 45 minutes away from my good friend Beth, who's Busy Bee Stitches on here. Her new house that she just moved into, literally just moved into, like boxes have not been unpacked. Like, she literally just moved in. Okay, it's getting late in the day and everybody's coming home, so I gotta wrap this up. And this is probably 2 hours long. After I said I didn't have much to show you. Yeah, we were an hour away from her house, drove down, met her, had dinner, saw her new house. Absolutely gorgeous, amazing house. And she's got like a whole forest in her yard. But absolutely love her house. Was so glad to be able to just have a dinner with her. Okay. Yeah, I gotta wrap this up. Everybody's getting home. Okay. That's all I got. I got nothing else. If I got something else, I'll give it to you guys next week. Hopefully I'm not missing anything and I'm not making anybody mad because I'm missing something. I think I've showed you plenty. I'll pop in all the videos at the end here, of the LNS, and yeah. With that, I hope you all have a very magical stitchy week, and for now, mischief managed. Bye!